We'll bring you that story subsequently. A group known as Arewa New Agenda has called on state governments to establish an interfaith commission in their respective states to manage ethnic and religious matters. And this is part of resolutions reached at a two-day dialogue in Abuja with leaders of different ethnic groups in northern Nigeria to seek solutions to the continuous violent attacks in different parts of the country. TVC News correspondent Ezenwa has more.
Relative peace appears to have eluded some communities within Nigeria who continue to suffer violent attacks. These attacks have created unrest and disharmony, piling pressure on security agencies to stem the tide. The Arewa New Agenda has put together this two-day dialogue to create a platform where people in affected communities can freely express their fears with hopes of finding a sustainable solution that will foster peace and security.
The dialogue session observed that despite the years of unrest and insecurity and the toll on civilians and security forces, one can identify that the path to peace is in sight, especially for the states in northern Nigeria and other parts of the country. Therefore, the choice of the topic, tranquility through ethno-religious tolerance and peaceful coexistence, is apt, timely, and consistent with the present-day realities.
The group has resolved to continue the process of peaceful dialogue, advocacy, and sensitization to resolve all issues of communal conflict and clashes that will enable the restoration of peace and security in troubled areas. The dialogue also proposes a national day of forgiveness and reconciliation that will involve government and community leaders. TVC News, Abuja.
President Bola Tinubu has received a gift from the Esogban of Benin Kingdom, Late Chief David Edebiri. Ezenwa reports that the gift, which was presented by his eldest son, Edebiri, on behalf of his father, was planned before his death.
This is a carved wooden statue of President Bola Tinubu riding on a horse with a bunch of broom, the symbol of APC held in his hands. Inscribed beneath the statue is the Jagaban has attained the apogee of his political ambition in Nigeria. Bravo! The senator representing Edo North Senatorial District, Adams Oshiomole, received the gift on behalf of President Bola Tinubu.
I'm happy to receive this gift from my late father and to pass it to Mr. President.
While signing the condolence register, Senator Oshiomole described the deceased as a great political icon and custodian of culture worthy of emulation.
The prayers of the late Esogba was not only for Tinubu to use this horse to surmount all the obstacles that we are going to be placed on his way, which as of that time we didn't even know. But he also believed, and I think that is what should matter to Nigerians, that with a Tinubu who fought for democracy, it's not democracy just as an end in itself, as a means of liberalizing the environment and bailing Nigeria out of this much talked about gap between potentials and reality. So that let it be said that Nigeria no longer talk about our great potentials. We'll be talking about a great country with a foundation that Bola Tinubu is already laying.
Speaking on behalf of the family, the eldest son of the deceased, Collins Edebiri, appreciated Oshiomole and others for identifying with them in their moment of grief.
My late father, for transition to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who in many ways we know was also his son. Please give this to the President. He had intended to do this before this incident.
Chairman of the party David Umuse, State Secretary Lawrence Oka were among those who joined Senator Oshiomole on the condolence visit to the family of late Esogban of Benin Kingdom. Paul Ezenwa, TVC News, Benin.
Back to our earlier report, governors of Southeast states say they will partner with the federal government in fighting insecurity in the sub-region. Bob Dele Ajayi now has details.
The maiden meeting, held at the instance of governors of Anambra, Chukwuma Soludo, Abia Alex Oti, Ebonyi Francis Wefuru, host Governor Peter Mba, and Director General of the Forum, Senator Uche Ekunife. The leaders commended security agencies for their cooperation, but encouraged them not to relent. In recent times, the economy of the Southeast has come under challenge due to the activities of the enforcers of sit-at-home order, an event major stakeholders in the Southeast have condemned. At the meeting, the governors resolved to partner federal government and security agencies to contain the menace.
The Forum firmly resolved to fight insecurity decisively in the region, individually and collectively, in partnership with the federal government of Nigeria and other stakeholders. We wish to categorically state that the perpetrators of the insecurity and their sponsors in our region are criminals and should not be seen as legitimate agitators.
Meanwhile, Chief of Naval Staff has promised to support Enugu State government in the fight to contain insecurity in the state. The Naval Chief also planned to establish a naval operational base in Uzuwane Council area of the state.
I want to thank the governors of Southeast and entire people of Southeast region and Enugu State in particular for the enormous support which they have given to the armed forces and particularly the Nigerian Navy in the discharge of their duties.
Governor Mba, who applauded the Naval Chief's plans, affirmed his government support to the Nigerian Navy operation in the state.
Because there is this erroneous perception that Enugu State is a landlocked state. I want to assure you on behalf of the government of Enugu State that we are going to support you with everything required to ensure the actualization of the operations base.
With the resolution reached by the 5 Southeast State governors, led by the governor of Imo State, Opuzodimma, they are resolute in their demand that it is a no-no for Monday sit-at-home again in the Southeast, considering the fact that the action is crippling the economy of the zone, and they also solicited the support of the federal government to ensure that the zone takes back its economy from the hands of the outlawed. Bamidele Ajayi, TVC News, Enugu.
And that's the news this hour. Stay with us.